is a Shark AX950, a machine that Shark used to produce. This is the bigger style of lift away duo clean, blah blah blah. This one is here for a repair. It is a little bit floppy on the old bottom end, and there is of course a problem with the brush roll because it's a Shark. Why wouldn't there be a problem? Let's have a look at what is, I think, my most favourite Shark uprights of the slim list that there is of them, and see if we can get it working once more. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Shark chums. How are you today? Yes, we need to see what is wrong with this machine and if we can fix it. And I guess the best way to show it is to show it. So, yeah, we have various electrical issues because, well, of course we do. It's a Shark. In my head, I've already sort of 50-50 on where we need to start, although there is the problem with the floor head not locking into place. That is because the back of the pivot is all loose. So we're going to go in there anyway, but what it's doing, if I turn it on, the floor head, oh, it is spinning there. Oh dear, it wasn't spinning earlier. There you go, it has stopped now. Yeah. I think somewhere that there is a broken wire. Literally, that has just spun. It didn't even spin on me before. Although, no carpet. Well, the lady did say it cut out. Now, being a Shark AX, I have known that the wand contacts can go a bit screwy. So, we shall pop it into lift away mode to eliminate the wand and just check. This spinning off, wondering if it's clogged up. Let's take the front roller out, so we're now just looking at the brush roll. Okay, that is mildly interesting. Maybe it isn't these spun contacts on the bottom of the wand. I'm wondering now if it is a broken wire or if it's something a bit simpler, but we need to get into here because, yeah, that should be clamped shut. So we need to start taking it apart. Do these little half turny jobs and lift up, oh my goodness, lift up the base plate. Then it's essentially a case of undoing all of the screws that you see underneath, bar these two that hold the wheel axle in place. And, well, that side's undone. Obviously, I'm not sure if this thing's problem is a broken screw toe. And that one undid. So that is mildly promising that it's just come loose and wobbled itself out. So, yeah, all of the screws, I'm pretty sure they're all the same size. Until they're not, because, yeah, like these ones are all the same length. Then there are three, and then the fourth one there, smaller screws to undo. Then the lid should hopefully come off. There we go. Our lid is off. We do have a broken post. Oh, of course it is. On the back. I mean, I might be able to fix that. That's possibly actually Q-bondable. But my biggest worry is what's going on here. And part of me thinks that what's not happening is that the brush roll switch is being pushed, because obviously it can move up and down and not contact the switch. So we may as well take out said switch and check it's not broken. The brush roll runs when it gets power, so we're not going to have to worry too much about, oh, this is the wrong screwdriver. I'm not too worried about anything else bar perhaps a dodgy power connector. So that's there and it's clicking. Next thing we should check is that we don't have our friend a broken wire. We don't. At this juncture, we could probably what am I missing? What else happens? Oh, there's a micro switch somewhere, isn't there? Oh, I thought this was just going to be easy. Yeah, oh, I can't remember where the micro switch is now. Something needs to be pushed, I think, for it to go in. Yeah, I don't quite know what its issue might be. I'm just going to multimeter the wires while we got it apart. That looks quite sparky to me. Once it gets going, it's all right. But yeah, getting it going, blimey. And that is very, very sparky. So I think I'm going to take, it will be the brush that's at the bottom. Let's take the brush that's at the top out, because maybe it just needs carbon brushes and perhaps a little drip of oil in a few places. Oh, I bet that tab too far. Oh, blimey, come on. I've bent this tab up too much now. Just come off. Oh, there we go. Obviously, sharks don't want you to change the carbon brush at all, which is why this is such a hateful job. Oh, brackets come away now. Oh no, I just chopped it off anyway. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, let me get this brush out. A short time later, well, we have a motor, but you may notice two spade terminals. I had a complete spare motor, although this one is slightly earlier in date than this one. So this one is soldered in because, hey, they could probably save 0.0002 pence per unit by having it soldered from the factory rather than anything else. But has it worked? Oh, bugger. Maybe I needed the PCB as well. So that's both diagnosed and broken that some more, but never finished. You need a new motor anyway. I mean, say it ran, but it's got a very significant dead spot. So £20 on eBay later, winging its way to us, a matched PCB motor and a neck, but which will chop the wires. So on to the refurb side of this video, and I'm not going to do too much to this head really. I'll wipe it down a bit out of shot. The main thing that we will need to refurbish is, there it is, all of this here. We're just going to give the bin a nice little wash. We're going to wash, oh my goodness, wash these filters. They will wash up very nicely. I don't think I got any AX filters. I've got lots of MV filters, the littler ones, but no AX ones. Does it need a set of filters? It should be fine. I mean, it's all loose. Oh wow. Yeah, that'll blow out absolutely fine. The whole thing will, in fact, just turning it on, just turning it on now might evict some dust. Marvellous, a quick waft over with the airline, and that will be clean. So we're going to wash that, we're going to wash that. I'm going to wash all of this, but separately with a good soak in the sink. I'm going to trip through the washing machine, and then I'll take out the dirt from here. Then I'm just going to give this whole thing a good wash and rinse off. I've tried to tap out these axles, and I then reminded myself that it's actually pretty difficult on an AX because you can't get them that way, and obviously that's the easiest way to tap it. So if I'm careful and blow it out, that will take a good wash and a good dry. So yeah, there's that. There's this disgusting looking Brushroll, which looks to be full of hair, with obviously the anti-hair wrap working absolutely fantastically. Is it hair? Yes, it is. So yeah, get all this out as well. And, oh, goodness me. Hopefully, by the time the new parts arrive, the new used parts arrive, this will be ready to go back together and we can see if it's any better. Not that we really tried it before because the floor head didn't work. So I shall see you in a couple of days. It's a few days later since my little mishap happened. And I mean, I don't feel bad because the part would have needed to be bought anyway. And as typical Shark, this is how the spares came. £20. We have a supposedly working motor, which, yeah, because of course the live for the LEDs goes from the motor on this era, and the motor I bought didn't, which is why it shot a load of voltage where it shouldn't. Yeah, we need the PCB and we get the entire neck assembly. And well, if we just got to move the hose again. Move the hose, we can lift out the PCB, lift out the old motor, and I essentially plan, I don't even care, that this is oh my goodness. Look, we can get to another dirt track. Blimey, Shark. Oh, there's the screw for the PCB that we need. I'm just going to chuck all of this into the head, probably with the purple neck. I don't know, I've been umming and ahhing. It's a lot cleaner than this one. The pivot points are a lot less worn and it will save me a lot of time not having to chop all of the connections off. So we're going to plug this all back in. I am hoping that the LEDs didn't blow. They don't look charred. Yeah, take it off. They don't look charred. I can see on the, oh, where are we? There we are. We're looking there. I can see on the back that I think they're okay. I'm hoping that the voltage got stopped hard before it hit them. So I'm going to get this back in and we can reassemble the head. Our head is mostly back together. What we should do now is test it to make sure that we haven't broken the LEDs and that this does work. Excellent. It sparks just about the same. Flipping Sharks, it sparks just about the same. And doesn't our smell of carbon? Probably just not been used in a horrifically long time, but it works, and that is all that I'm going to care about. With this old part, what I'm going to do is chop off the wires. I'm going to keep this bit because obviously we know that this loom works, and what are the odds we're going to get another one of these that does have the broken wire. Normally it's the white wire. I think it's something to do with the way it's routed. It will split first. This is all trash, obviously my fault entirely, but the part would have been needed. The last fix that I did was to glue the snap screw post into place. There is glue and Q bond there, so hopefully this will now make the pivots sit properly, which it has to. This is how a Shark head has its pivot clamp things. We'll screw the whole thing together and carry on assembling the rest of the machine. Does it still work now it's back together properly? Just about. I don't know if it's the head or if the PCB is making the Brushroll stop and then move on to the next level. I don't know, but it's good enough. I'm not charging her an awful lot of money for this. It's getting a bit of a refurb as we go along. So now that this bit is all working and our head locks up into place, we can wipe down the head, which has been sat in bits for a couple of days now, and call... Actually, no, it's not done. Haha! Oh, poo, we should have fitted this before we tested it. I washed and cleaned all of the hair that has wrapped around it. The soft roller. Oh, you're going to click in? You are. Yeah, let's just check that this still rotates. These front rollers put so much drag on these heads. Yeah. It works good enough. It's a shark. Good enough is all we need. So yeah, we are getting there. Right, what I need to do now, because I haven't actually done it yet, is spray the cloth, not the machine, and I'm going to give the whole thing just a really nice wipe down. With that cleaned up, we can look to put some filtration or blockages back into the air path. I have the foam spongy bit and the post motor filter. This got washed by hand and soaked and cleaned and whatnot. This and all of these went through the washing machine, so should be as good as new. Certainly haven't got any new ones. I think it'll be fine. There we go. Then we can put our first pad into there, and oh my goodness, where is the filter holder? Here it is again, all washed and clean, and that is going to be absolutely fine. Then we can take our washed and dried bin. I mean, it's as washed and dried as it can be. You're very hard to get all the way into there, sadly. So do the best that you can. And yeah, our shark should now just give this hosed steel a bit of a clean, because it's what seals to the bin. So you want it to get a fairly good suction on there. You should now get some pretty decent suction through the hose. Oh yes! I do like the light with these hands. Marvellous. Oh, we can put the tool back on as well before I forget that. And yeah, I don't really want to do much vacuuming with it, so we're not going to, because I don't want to get it absolutely filthy. But we can take the wand, which needs to go on here. It's been a little while since I've done one of these liftaways, built one up from nothing. Oh, that can click onto there. I can put the hose into the wand, and in theory our sharky should be working well once more. No! This one's doing it now. What the? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What on earth? Oh no, I hope this head's not as bad as the other one. It is. I think that brush head motor is just as feeble. I was hoping to end it. Or it's this, I mean, it's not the tattiest I've seen, this front roller. It's, you know, it's doable. Oh, I didn't want this to happen. I wanted this to be working. And yeah, it spins by hand fine. Oh, it didn't go back in properly. And maybe it's also this green charcoal. I am trying to drag the pile back. God, look at me trying to make excuses. It just needs to work reliably. Otherwise we have to go back to the eBay seller and say, it's no better than the other one. Oh, for goodness sake. Why are you not clicking? There was a click then. Okay. Because that wasn't going to get any good either. Oh, well, we are using it. We're going to have to really clean it out afterwards. Yeah, I think it's okay. Off, on, off, on. I think that's okay. Again, she'll get the old look in the eye and the firm, you know, if you get any problems, let me know. She knows it's a used motor, so I guess that's fine. Blimey, look at all the filth. Now that has just picked up from my run. Blimey. Maybe I should get a shark and we should daily a shark. What do you reckon? I don't know, really. I'm not a massive fan of them, especially when they do this. But this one, once I've re-airlined out that cyclone, is done and ready to go. So, what do you think? How many of you have had to change the motor in a Shark Duo Clean head? And how many got a motor that may not be much better than the one that came out of it, but works better than it does at the minute? Do let me know down below. But, I mean, this is my favourite sized Shark, the AX series, because it's bigger, you know, in pretty much all of its proportions. It's just less flimsy. It's less creaky. I mean, it's bigger and heavier, obviously, but yeah, it's not bad. And again, it has the fantastic light on the wand, which, yeah, I do like a lot. It won't come on now, of course, because it's plugged in to the head. Silly old me. But until the next, not that word, the next sorry looking shark, but not this. I was just about to roll the end credits, but no, it is back. We were right about that motor being a bit dodgy. But it's running there on this rug. But we saw it not work properly. She said it stank. It was stalling again. She must have obviously a much thicker pile of rug. Just like my test carpet when we tested that. So, sadly, eBay roll off the dice. We lost. We landed on red, but we bet on black. So, we get to spin the wheel of misfortune on another eBay random motor and matched PCB. How exciting is that? Oh, and it's mildly broken as well, because obviously we have no connecting wires. Now, we're going to have to cut this one apart and fit these in, and yeah, peering through the side of the motor, looking at the comm, it looks a little bit cleaner than this one, so hopefully it's a bit better. I won't bore you with the how, because we've done this twice now, but eventually we should get these swapped around, and then we can find ourselves back with a head that hopefully works, but this time doesn't stall. Let us plug in a wand and see what happens. Oh, nothing now. Ooh, what have I not plugged in? Well, the only immediate thing that I can spot is that I haven't plugged in my haste to check things, either the LEDs or the recline switch into place. And I guess the recline switch is hopefully quite important. We're also going to test this the proper way now. I put it all together in the hope that it would work. That was silly. Ooh. Didn't go bang, so tick there, and it pulls itself forward. Oh, excellent job. Right, let me smash it back together, and then we can test it, because I gave it its service, I gave it its little clean up, and she did run it round without the head before she gave it back to me, so it's not clean anymore. We can give this carpet, hopefully, a good vacuum up. Right, let's see if this is any more successful. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, both the speeds work. Oh. Yeah, that has fixed her. The recline switch works. There we go. Oh, we have been caught out by garbage eBay parts, but I mean, my next communication with the seller is, oh, did you find another one, mate? Because we've kept it amicable for now. I know how these scrapping machines work. It would have spun when they went like that and turned it off on the donor machine and then pulled it apart to list on eBay. Things happen. They're either going to send me another one, which I can put into my stores, or I'm going to get my money back, and all will be well. I'm not doing that later though. But the customer needs to come first. So, dipped into my own pocket, onto eBay, for a much better motor. The motor it should have had in the first place. The one that we should have just been able to buy and fit. Although, if your Shark should either at least sell the motor kit or sell the head for these older models. Can't win them all. Would you have done the same in this situation? Or would you have bought a whole donor machine or charged a customer second? What do you reckon? Let me know down below. But until the next time, I, and hopefully flipping not this sharp, will see you soon. Bye bye.